Hi, my name is Nancy. I'm a graphic designer and I have an online stationery and art shop where I like to share organization and inspirational tools. Today, I'm going to show you how I make the stickers that I sell at my shop. I offer digital stickers for those who would like to make them themselves for personal use, and I currently have most of them listed over at Etsy, but I'm slowly moving them into my own website. So since I offer ready to print and cut stickers, I thought I would make a quick tutorial on how you could use these files. So I use a Cricut machine, which comes with a Cricut design space. I'm going to assume that you use Cricut, Silhouette, or some other very similar machine. I only use Cricut, so that's all that I can show you, but I think all machines are very similar in process. The sticker sheets that I make for my shop are for light journal use, so I wanted them to be very thin and permanent on regular notebook paper. I also wanted it to be a paper-like texture, so you can write or highlight over the stickers. So I decided to go with a very thin sticker sheet. These are the ones that I use. These are the Becky premium labels. They feel like normal printer paper, except it's a little thicker because you have the plasticky paper underneath it as the backing of the sticker sheet. But these are pretty much just labels that you would use in your regular printer to print shipping labels. I just don't buy the ones that are pre-cut. I use an Epson-2720 printer, but this is not necessary for my journal stickers, as any printer should work pretty fine if you're doing them at home. This is how I deliver my sticker files upon purchase. I also have some free stickers that you can download and use. For example, these are actually some of my free stickers that I offer, and you'll get the sticker that is a PNG without any white background. What you would be using would be the background sheet that looks like this, if you want to use that, which is the design that won't be a cut sticker. And then the top sheet, which is the stickers. These are PNGs. And that's the part you will peel off and be able to use as a sticker. And then it would look like this when you print it out. So I add all these files onto here so you can use them however you'd like, but I'm showing you how to use them for your notebooks. Okay, once you are at your Cricut design space and you have a blank sheet, this is where the fun part begins. So this left side is where you would be able to use and upload your project or any other shapes or images that you want to use in your project. Up here is where you have the tools that you can use. And then right here on the right-hand side is where you have your layers and color sync. What we need to do is upload our stickers. So we press upload over here, view all for me because I have a lot of things going on. But we choose our background file over here, which would be this one. Add to canvas, beautiful. And then upload our top layer, which would be the stickers. Perfect. Now this looks good and dandy and finished, but it's not. We have some work to do. And as you can see here on the right-hand side, we get a little alert telling us that our project is too big. So if you wanted to just use the top stickers and not use this bottom one, you absolutely can. You can also simply decide not to even use the background sheet at all. So you would have the white, you'll have the white background and then just peel off the sticker on its own, like that. Now the problem with this is if your machine isn't perfectly calibrated, you might get a white shadow around if it didn't cut exactly where the sticker is. But that's why I like using the same type of paper texture as a notebook, because you won't really see it. You won't notice that there unless it just completely is really badly calibrated. So make sure you calibrate your machine. You just need to add a rectangle here and size this correctly. So this little lock changes it. So if you have the lock on, this won't change. It'll be a square. If you take this rectangle off, now we can make it into a rectangle. So we would just have to size it correctly. And you can use this by itself. It'll print white, or you can just make it white just to be safe. And this way you'll save a lot of ink. But I am going to use the color version today because I like it. So I'm going to delete that. And you would just use the white one how I'm going to use the colored version, okay? So what we first want to do is duplicate this because we want it to cut 4 times. That way we get a full cut into our sheet. So we can just go over here onto our layers panel and duplicate 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have 4. As you can see here though, they're not perfectly on top of each other. They're kind of just like starting to come down here. We want them to print perfectly on top of each other on the same exact space or place every time. So we want to align them. That's where another tool comes in. You want to click and drag over all of these files. Actually, we can do that. We can grab the sticker sheet first and drag this that's over here in the layers and move this all the way up on top. You can do this in different ways. You can right click and move to front or move to back, but we want to move it to the front. So what I did was just click over here and drag it up to the top layer so we know it's on the top. Then we can select all, drag and select, and this is when our align tool comes in handy. We go to align and we want to align center. Now it's perfectly in center and you only see one of the background layers, but we can see over here in the layers section that they are all there. Now, so that we don't have this alert, we want to make it smaller. I like to use 4x6. That's what works best for me. So I'm going to go up here in the tools panel, go onto the width and click 4. Let's do that again. 4 and then tab. Once you hit tab, it automatically keeps locked our dimensions, our alignment that we have. So you can see that this is at 5.998 up here as your height, and that's okay with me. That is good enough, close enough to 6. We don't want to stretch it out or make it exactly 6 and exactly 4, because then our stickers might not be the right way that it was designed. So 4 by 5.998 is perfect for me. Once we have this set, as you can see, if I were to just click this and move it, I would be moving only the top layer. So we don't want that. So we undo here and we want to click the whole thing and press group. Now group is over here in the layer section. We can also press group by right clicking and clicking group. So now if I want to click on it, I don't have to select the whole thing. They'll all just be together. So I like moving it over to the top. And what I also like to do is duplicating all of these layers, or again, I can just click it once and duplicate over here so that we can make 2 at a time. And that way we're saving some paper. I like to once again click all of them together and press attach so that I can make sure that they will be made on the same sheet of letter size paper, and that way we're saving paper, saving resources, saving money, etc. So this is good and set to go. Don't forget to save and name your project. Now we press make it. And as you can see, Cricut already puts it together in the same mat for you and in the same sheet. We press continue. And we go send to printer. Make sure you have the right printer selected and press add bleed. This will make sure that the color is set a little bit outside of the cutting range so that you don't get any white border outside of the whole sticker sheet. And print. We come over to our Cricut machine and make sure that she is on and ready to go. And the same with our sticker paper. So I place my sticker paper in here and I want to make sure that it is in the correct setting. So I have it right now as letter size paper and premium matte. I want it to be in premium matte because I want the colors to be vibrant and look really nice. So this all depends on the printer that you have and the settings that you want to use. Actually almost time for me to buy a new mat, but what I'm using right now is the strong grip. I recommend you use the blue one, which is the less or light grip, I think it's called. But because I need a new mat and mine is pretty dirty, I'm using the strong grip and taping my sheet down. I still do recommend that you tape your sheet down because it'll make sure it doesn't move around when you're cutting. So you want to make sure you take the right corner that is supposed to be, or the top left corner, which is the one that's supposed to be on our sheet. Like you want to align it correctly with the picture on the screen. So as you can see, this would be aligned correctly. And we want to do that on our mat as well. So once this is on the correct corner, we line it up, smooth it down, and I like to take a little bit of tape and tape it down on just two sides, and you don't need a lot of tape for this. So I like to do the top part and the bottom. Not on the actual design, you want to do it on the parts that are gonna be off. Since this arrow here is flashing, you can see that she is ready to grab the mat. So you grab your mat and make sure that it's set up well. I like to put these all the way to the right. I don't think you always have to do that, but for this project, it works. And I'm holding onto it still down here, pressing into it, and you press the arrow. So that's when it grabs the mat and starts to read the design. Then you press go. This one that's flashing. All right, so once the stickers are done, this arrow will be flashing again, so you click it and take out your mat. Okay, so when peeling off your stickers, I recommend you actually bend the mat and not the stickers. So what I mean by that is, first take these tape off, and instead of going like this and peeling off your stickers, which you can do, but I recommend flipping it over and bending your mat as you hold down the stickers. Okay, then they're like this, and this is what I mean by setting up your Cricut to print the border 4 times. It went around this spot 4 times, and I still have to peel it off the edges. It comes off pretty clean, no big problems, but as you can see, I still have to work a little bit at it. So what I like to do at this point is go around it upside down and just fold down these edges to kind of help with the crease. So once these are good, a lot easier to pop these off. Okay, so you don't need this, you can throw this out or recycle it. So as you can see, we cut around the edge here, but we can still easily take one of these stickers off. And we have a nice white edge on it. The reason I like doing it this way is so that I can peel them off easily and put them on my sheet. So let's say I'm going to be taking my notes on here. I can take my sheet, peel off a sticker, and put it into my notebook.